So has a woman been taking you for granted? Or maybe she's disrespected, gone cold, or rejected you? Do you want your best chance of re-attracting her? No worries, we'll share how pulling back and ceasing all communication with her can have a positive effect on her attraction for you. So definitely make sure you stick around until the end. So number 4 on the list of the benefits that you'll see, this is going to be that time will make her miss you. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating, style, and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, we're going over 7 different reasons why ignoring her or going no contact on her can have a positive effect on her attraction for you. So for reason number 1 on the list, that's going to be it establishes boundaries. This sets clear boundaries and establishes expectations for the relationship. This also establishes emotional strength. So, you won't come off as a guy that's super needy or, craving her attention or just all over her. You're able to take a step back and say, hey, here's where my boundaries lie, and set and enforce those. This also demonstrates self-respect, confidence, and shows self-worth. Establishing these boundaries early on will create a foundation for a stable and healthy relationship long-term. So really, when you establish these boundaries, this draws the lines in the sand and, lets her know where your boundaries lie so that she doesn't cross these, and she'll remember this for the future as well. So sometimes you have to demonstrate, sometimes you do have to take a step back so that she actually feels the pain of you not being in her life. And sometimes you have to actually do it, saying it, or getting in an argument, or any of that other stuff. A lot of times that does not work as well as actually demonstrating. So sometimes you may have to do this. So for number 2 on the list, why ignoring her or going no contact can actually have a positive effect on her attraction towards you, that's going to be that it creates mystery. Absence can spark curiosity in a woman, making the man seem way more mysterious. She might even be wondering why you've gone cold all of a sudden. And in the case of no contact, where maybe she's disrespected you, undervalued you, or just lost all attraction for you, you're going to want to make her wonder why, or think what she might have done to cause you to go no contact in the first place, because then this will cause her to correct her actions in the future so that they don't occur again. So, I want to caveat here that if you do break no contact and you do end up reaching out to her, that this will cause her to not really think about it. This will cause her to not really correct her actions. She'll think, hey, if he reached out, this time, then it must not have been that bad. So when you do go no contact, or when you do, make that definitive decision to, stop reaching out, stop contacting her, definitely make sure that you stick with it. Don't be, half-hearted or, kind of half-step. Definitely go all in if this is the decision that you feel that you need to do for the future. So for number 3 on the list, that is going to be that it creates scarcity. So this is just basic economics, that when a good becomes more scarce, it goes up in value. Yeah, it's the same idea here. But in this case, you're the goods. And see, your limited availability can increase your perceived value and attractiveness to a woman. So even if you don't decide to completely ignore her, definitely consider, sometimes being a little slower to respond to texts. Don't prioritize her all the time. If you're getting something done or working on your purpose, give it a little time or respond later. Also, don't be so readily available to hang out all the time. Have different things that you're doing, have a busy life, have, friends that you hang out with, family that you hang out with. And if you make plans with your friends or your family, don't cancel those plans to go hang out with a woman. And over time, you'll be seen as somebody with lower value, as you don't have too much going on, you don't have too many things that you're focused on, and you don't have this healthy social life to be able to, hang out with friends and not be all over her all the time. And more than likely, she's not doing this for you. She's more than likely not canceling plans that she's already made with friends just to come hang out with you. So really, you shouldn't be doing this either. See, absence does indeed make the heart grow fonder. So over time, she might miss the connection and positive aspects of the relationship. And oddly enough, particularly in the beginning of a relationship, sometimes when you're slower to respond, you take your time, you're not as readily available, this actually causes things to escalate a lot faster than it would have if you were someone that, texted her right back or was always available to hang out. She'll see you as somebody that's more valuable, you're more scarce. And then when she does finally get you and, you do finally hang out together, she'll more than likely be all over you. Particularly true if she has a high attraction for you. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family. And consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. So number 5 on the list of the benefits that you'll see when ignoring a woman or going no contact, that is going to be it establishes mutual respect. See, the harsh reality is she will never fall in love with you if she doesn't respect you. So when you stand up to her, in a healthy way of course, it will often increase her attraction for you, particularly if she's testing you. And this will cause her to value you and the relationship much more. So number 6 on the list, that's going to be it builds anticipation. See, when you're going no contact or you're ignoring a woman and just not reaching out at all, it's going to cause her to be more curious about the next time that she'll hear from you. She'll be running through different scenarios in her mind like, hey, what's he doing, or who's he with, is he talking to another girl? All these different, possibilities. She'll be thinking of all these things. And this is why I say attraction really builds slowly over time, because the more space you occupy in her mind, the more she's thinking about you. This is great. This is advantageous for the attraction because, really you're just taking up space in her mind. She's thinking about you all day, while she's at work, daydreaming about, little things, or, when you do finally hang out, she's replaying those memories in her mind. So, over time, this kind of compounds on one another and, grows until she falls in love. And that's what you're aiming for here when you're not reaching out. This really means that she's starting to take you for granted and really not valuing you at all. You're more so an afterthought rather than being at the front of her mind. So when you do take a step back and, you do set those boundaries and establish, that mutual respect, then you can start to get things back on track. And last but not least, for benefit number 7 that you'll see when ignoring a woman or going no contact, that is going to be that you'll appear like a man on his mission and his purpose. So when you're on your purpose and you're exploring compelling hobbies and you're focused on your mission, this is going to make you appear much more attractive to women. And not only women, this is going to affect, your friends, people in general are just going to be more attracted to you because you're just a more compelling person, because you have something that, you're really excited, you're passionate about, and you're going towards that. It affects the conversations you have, because when you do bring up the things that you're passionate about, you're really speaking passionately and excitedly about those particular topics. And these are things that people pick up on, and particularly women pick up on. They want to see that you have something that you're excited about. They want to see that you're compelled by something, and they want to see that you're focused and you have goals in mind. And it really doesn't matter what the thing is per se, but as long as you're focused on something and you have a plan and you're actively going towards it, this will be compelling for women. And once you guys do get on your purpose and you're busy and you're focused and working on something that really compels you, you'll notice that by you being unavailable and not always wide open and available to hang out, to text, to talk, this will drive women crazy. but it will be in a good way. They'll be positively affected by this. And when you do finally meet up with them, they'll be way more excited. The conversation will be way more compelling because, you know, she'll be excited to see you and you'll have a lot to talk about yourself, about all the cool stuff you've been working on or what you've been doing. So it's definitely advantageous to be working on your purpose and your mission. So if you're not clear on that, you're gonna want to, you know, start exploring some hobbies that you find interesting and, you know, work to find something that clicks. And then once you do, just go towards that. So in summary, I don't know if I advocate for ignoring a woman. You know, if she does reach out to you, I would say that you should probably, you know, reach back out to her. But, you know, you can take your time with this. You don't have to immediately respond. You know, sometimes you don't even have to respond in the same day. You know, you could take your time, maybe text her tomorrow, or maybe give her a call or FaceTime tomorrow. You know, I would just say, you know, take it slower. But there are cases where you do need to go no contact and you don't, you know, reach out to her at all. You know, in some cases that is advantageous and definitely needed. But, you know, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. But, you know, let me know, have you ever gone no contact? And are there cases where you think that, you know, completely ignoring a woman, that is good and, you know, advantageous? Definitely let us know down below. Oh, and before I forget, definitely make sure that you check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, which can be found on the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website. It goes over dating, style, and personal development tips to 10x your personal development journey. So I highly encourage you to check that out. It's on the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website. You can get the ebook for free. Yes, that's for free. All you have to do is enter your name and email, and then it'll download right then and there. So go ahead and check that out. But you know, until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.